Hi, Salim Omar here from CPA Marketing Genius. Welcome to episode number 8. In previous episodes, we've talked about the Genius model, the framework to create your lifestyle practice. It consists of paying attention to 3 areas: client attraction, streamline operation, and building your championship team. Each of these areas is 3 practice accelerators within it, so a total of 9. In this episode, I'm going to talk about building a championship team, and the practice accelerator I'm going to dive into is goals. Yogi Berra says a funny but a true quote. It says, if you don't know where you're going, you're going to wind up somewhere else. And if you don't know as the owner where you're going, your team is not going to know where they're going. Their job, their employment is going to become something that they do just to get their paycheck. They will not know where they fit in and if their contributions really count. You as the owner will get frustrated because your team is not going to seem as engaged. Now, there was a survey done by Gallup, and they looked at employees from across the country. Here's what the survey shared. 34% of the employees in an organization are engaged. They're actively engaged. 34%. So these are folks that enjoy coming to work, that are making a difference, and they're enthusiastic. They're making a difference in their jobs. 34%. 53% are not engaged. They are not they're generally satisfied, but they are not cognitively and emotionally connected to their job. And then 13% is actively disengaged, and this stat is at its lowest at 13%. Folks that are miserable at work. One of the most effective things you can do to build an engaged team of folks, of champions, is to create goals, and so that the team knows what the direction of the firm is, and then you all can work collectively to achieving that. There are several different types of goals, and I'll talk to you about each one. There is the long-term goal, which I talk about and refer to as the big, hairy, audacious goal. There is the 3-year goal, which is derived from the 10-year goal. You re-engineer and bring it closer to a 3-year goal. And then the 3-year goal, you derive from that your 1-year goal. And then from your 1-year goal, you derive your goals for the next few months, what I refer to as goals for the trimester. Let me go into each one of these. So your big, hairy, audacious goal is your long-term vision, 8 years, 10 years from now. Where do you see your practice 8 to 10 years from now? I'll tell you this, most practice owners, they underestimate what they can do in a 10-year period of time, but they do overestimate what they can do in 1 year. Now, when you put a plan in place and you work towards your big, hairy, audacious goal, you are going to achieve something pretty remarkable. Most practice owners don't fail, they quit. They don't fail on reaching their big, hairy, audacious goal, whatever that may be, 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, 50 million in revenues and so forth. They quit before that, and the reason they quit is because they get derailed. For one reason or another, they lose a major client, they lose a long-time employee, something in their personal life, and they get disheartened, disillusioned, and they stop working on their goal. So your big, hairy, audacious goal is it is a long-term goal, it's a big goal, it's hairy, it's scary thinking about it, it's an audacious goal. It's your friends and family are going to ask, why are you thinking so big? And that's what a big, hairy, audacious goal is. And it's, it could be a revenue goal, it could be, I want to reach 3 million in revenues in 10 years or 8 years, it could be, it could be an employee goal. I want to have 10 or 15 of the best, smartest accountants on the planet working in my organization. Or it could be a client goal that I want to have 90% or 100% of all my clients financially independent. So it's a long-term goal. And most times it's based on revenues, 3 million, 5 million, 15 million, whatever that may be. Now, once you've got your big, hairy, audacious goal, from that you derive your 3-year goal, and I refer to that as a strategic objective. Your strategic objective is a 3-year plan, a 3-year game plan, a vision of what your practice is going to look like, act like, feel like 3 years from now. So one pager describes how your practice is going to be existing several years from now. So it's got revenues and profits in it. It talks about the types of clients you're going to be serving and the services you're going to be providing. It's going to talk about your team. It's going to talk about your systems. It is a very concise, several paragraphs, one pager that talks about how the practice, anyone reading that gives you the visibility of what the practice is going to look and act like several years from now. When I started my practice many years back in '96, some 23 years back, and after a few years in it, things were not running well. I was in $100,000 in credit card debt. I came across Michael Berra, the author of the E-Myth Revisited, and got inspired by Michael writing this book about Sarah, who owns a bakery, and first one in, last one out, the way he described her struggles, I could totally resonate with it. I was so inspired by Michael. I went to visit with him in his business in California, and then hired him and his team as my coach. One of the things that they helped me do is create my strategic objective. I came back from my trip, and now I had my 3-year plan right in front of me, and I went to work on it, and it really transformed my practice when I knew where I was going, what the 3 years was going to look like. It gave my team a game plan as well, visibility and clarity of what that end goal looks like. Now, once you've got your 3-year plan, from that comes your 1-year plan, the next 12 months. The next 12 months, how many new clients do you want to sign up? What services are you going to offer and the fees with your existing clients, with your current clients? What is your team going to look like in the next 12 months? What are your goals for your team in terms of engagement and in terms of their performance and productivity and so forth? What is your operation going to look like from a place of efficiencies and systematization and documentation? What is your lifestyle going to look like? How many hours are you going to be working in your practice? What type of work are you doing for you to be in your genius zone? So this is the goals for the 1 year. Now, when you've got your 1-year goals, from that you derive your next few month goals. And I like to plan and think from a standpoint of trimesters. I like to think of the breaking the year into 3 trimesters that go from January 1st to April 30th, May 1st to August 31st, and then September 1 to December 31st. And the reason to follow the trimester system instead of the quarterly is because the first quarter finishing March 31st becomes impossible to in the midst of tax season to be thinking about goals for the next quarter. It's a very challenging time because it's a very busy time for the CPA, for the accounting industry. And so I like to think of it as trimesters and breaking the year into trimesters. And trimesters is 4 months, and it's really creating goals for the 120 days. And it's a 120-day action plan. It's a 120-day action plan. You want to have goals in the 3 areas of the genius model: client attraction, goals for that, a couple of goals for that, streamline operation, a couple of goals for that, building a championship team, having a couple of goals for that. Now, as a recap, when you focus and work and create goals, long-term, shorter-term, next 4 months, your team knows what this practice is about. They know what's important, what's the priorities, what are the things that the practice wants to achieve. And when they know that, they can be part of something bigger than themselves. And that's what people want, you and I want. We want to be part of something more meaningful, something that makes a difference. And now they can be part of a team that's moving in the direction of achieving those goals. Thanks for watching this. Hope you found the information useful. Please share your comments in the section below. I personally read each and every one of them, so would love to hear from you. Also, you may want to take advantage of a free strategy session where I do a deep dive with you about your practice and really create a roadmap, a game plan that's going to help you take your practice to where you want to take it to. In order to do that, please click on the link below and look forward to conversing with you.